All right, you're welcome to yet another installment of the Football Gazette podcast. On this episode, we will be taking you through happenings in the world of football as usual, especially as it concerns Manchester United and Chelsea over the past weekend. Another abysmal performances we saw from both sides that got them terrible results they never wanted, especially Chelsea. It's gradually we are lacking words to describe this Mauricio Pochettino's Chelsea. During preseason, we actually felt, oh yes, it appears as though this team are really doing something unexpected. They are really gathering the momentum. That was what they did during the preseason, only for the season to start, and we started seeing something else. I think it's not really good for the momentum, the motivation in this team going forward.
Well, for Chelsea, I think the formation tweak from the manager is really surprising to see. When it started with a 4-2-3-1 times 4-3-3 during the preseason, and all of a sudden when the season started, we're seeing 3-5-2 or 3-4-3, something like that formation. But then I'm not really surprised because the result has been really bad for Chelsea. For me, I would advise all Chelsea fans out there to revert back to last season mode to avoid disappointment or depression this season, because a lot of heartbreaks will happen. Trust me.
Well, why getting this bad result consistently can be really dangerous for Chelsea is the fact that it gradually reduced the motivation, the hard work in the team. These guys gradually loses beliefs and tends not to just offer their best. That's what happens. Trust me, take a look at Brighton and Hove Albion. This is a bunch of relatively unknown players who are gradually working under a working system. Courtesy of Roberto De Zerbi. It's really sad. Chelsea, finds it so difficult to actually even at least model after this particular team. Even for anything, they both done the blue jersey somehow, some way.
Apart from what you've even said, the money spent for Chelsea, the owners, you asked him to spend on the team, buy you players. Now he has spent a whole lot of money, over 100 billion spent since the takeover. Now it remains for the players and the coach to be responsible for whatever result Chelsea will be getting. What is hard to play well and get the maximum point? Is it too hard for Chelsea right now, despite all they spent, to get the necessary result for their fans, for the team at large?
It's really difficult to wrap around our head what exactly is going on with Chelsea. Because when you take a look at injuries to key players as well, you feel it's something capable of affecting the coach psyche going into games week in, week out. Because I feel the genesis of the old problems Chelsea are being faced with currently now is the injury to Christopher Nkunku. Mauricio Pochettino during preseason actually made good of this particular arrangement. We saw him win games with right there during the preseason, only for the season to start. It even happened during the last game of the preseason against Borussia Dortmund, where Christopher Nkunku had that injury that would be laying him off for quite a number of months. Quite unfortunate for them. I just feel some way, somehow, they get a way around it in getting their season up and running once more. Another side we're talking about is Manchester United. Their counterpart from the red side of Manchester, they've had it so not so good in recent times as well. Of course, they both lost 2 matches out of a possible 4. But then the last one over the last time during the weekend is what we're talking about against Arsenal.
A disappointing result for Manchester United. Now they have played about 4 games and accumulated 6 points, which is really disappointing. Although that's a 50% what they should have really gathered, 6 points out of possible 12. But it's really disappointing. We saw what happened during the weekend against Arsenal. Arsenal deserve the win. They deserve all the places they are getting now. We saw a whole lot of bans during the weekend, and up to now, Arsenal fans out there are still banting Manchester United. It's really good to see. I think going forward, everything needs to learn. How did Manchester United resolve to having Maguire and Evans as backup in the defensive line? It's really surprising to see in the year 2023, Maguire and Evans defending for you.
As much as as much as funny that might sound, I feel Arsenal should really enjoy the moment.
Sure.
As a matter of fact, they must have felt really hard done by if Manchester United had gotten even at least a point from that particular match.
Yeah.
Because unlike Chelsea, Manchester United haven't really been playing up to par this when it comes to even their performance now.
Yeah.
Game in, game out. They haven't really been at that side where you tend to give them even a point from the game. Take a look at their first game of the season against Wolverhampton Wanderers. I mean, some way, somehow, they got out of that particular match with the all 3 points due to the influence of the referee. I mean, previous matches as well before the Arsenal game. So I feel unlike Chelsea, Chelsea would play right from the first minute to the 90th minute, but at the end of the day, have nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing to show for it. I mean, just like they would say, then go just they explain, nothing to show for it. You don't understand.
Yeah. Yeah. But for me, Manchester United this season. Yeah, last season it was Chelsea and Liverpool trying to, doing the love in Tokyo thing. But now Chelsea and Manchester United this season. It's really disappointing to always see Chelsea, playing below what is expected of them. Even Manchester United. But I still believe both Eric Ten Hag and Mauricio Pochettino should be able to turn these things, this result around and start getting what is needed for the team. But they have to start doing that now. After the international break, we do hope to see both team, playing and in flying colors and getting the maximum result.
Well, just like you said, it can really be disappointing. As a matter of fact, disappointing is an understatement for the performances Chelsea and Manchester United have given all season. Of course, it's still very early in the season, 4 matches into the season, but then the momentum needs to start being built from now. All right, football friends, until next week when we return with another episode of the Football Gazette podcast, do stay good and safe. Peace out.